Morning, everybody. Just obviously make sure your mobile phones are switched off and stuff.
I'm Farren Blackburn. I'm a film and television director. I've directed shows like Doctor Who, Luther, The Interceptor, Daredevil, Iron Fist, a couple of movies, Hammer of the Gods, more recently a psychological thriller called Shut In with Naomi Watts and Oliver Platt. Well, I started out by going to film school. I made a short film at Bournemouth, and that I made many mistakes making that film, but I learned an awful lot through making those mistakes. I think one of the things as a new filmmaker that is very, very difficult to achieve is experience working with actors. Working with actors is a challenge, but it's a fantastic experience. I think one of the greatest skills you have to possess as a filmmaker is to be able to coax great performances out of your actors, and I think there are two kinds of directors. Quite often, directors that are considered very technical, and directors that are considered, actors directors. The greatest directors for me are those that can do both. But whenever I start a job, I have a little sort of sense of panic running through me. First day on set, I always convince myself I don't know what I'm doing, that I'm going to get found out at some point, I'm going to get fired, and I'm going to mess it up. Usually by that afternoon, I remind myself that I have done this before and I do know what I'm doing. But one of the things I always do, just to give myself that confidence, is because directing can be overwhelming. The amount of responsibility and the amount of choices you have to make are incredible. I just remind myself in the very simplest terms of what I am and what my responsibility is. And I'm a storyteller. We're all storytellers. Whatever department you're part of, the overall vision of bringing a story to fruition on screen. I think the shows that I've directed and the films that I've directed all have that sort of dark edge to them. There's a sort of visceral nature to them and a gritty kind of realism. And I think that appeals to me because I like to ground everything in character. I like everything to feel that it could be real, even if it is a high concept idea, if it's based on a superhero, whatever it is. I like to sort of make it feel as real as possible. Yeah, I mean, to break into the industry as a director is undoubtedly it's tough and it's challenging, but you shouldn't be deterred because anything's possible. I've achieved it, so why shouldn't anyone else? I think there's some very practical things that you need to be doing. First and foremost, it's a visual medium, so people want to be able to see what you've done. And at heart, all we are storytellers. So anything that you can do to tell a story in a visual way, short films, and it could be 2 minutes long, it could be 20 seconds long, it could be 20 minutes long. Anything that you can demonstrate a craft in sustaining a story is going to stand you in good stead. And I think with technology being the way it is now, there are so many cameras that are available to make short films very quickly and very easily, and most importantly, very cheaply. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in the early days, and you don't want to make those at a cost. At some point, you're going to have to make a film that demonstrates craft in terms of, design and lighting and all that kind of stuff. And you might only get one chance at a little bit of money to do that, so make sure you're ready for it. In the meantime, make as many films as possible cheaply, work with actors, work on your storytelling, and you not necessarily have to show people any of those films, but you're going to learn so much in that process.